Friday, August 27th of 2021. And August 27th isn't quite finished yet, but I am here in New York. In fact, I'm at my parents' house. And this is the first time that I have seen them since the beginning of the pandemic. And I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. What did I do on Thursday the 26th? Well, as I've been telling you, my travel schedule has begun to return to normal. And Thursday the 26th was an example of that. I got up nice and early in the morning, did a little bit of desk work. And we're talking about like 3:30 in the morning. Then I got picked up at 4:30 to go to the airport, the Orlando airport, and fly through a connecting flight through Atlanta to Evansville, Indiana. And I did work in the car, and I work in the airport, and work on the plane. I did reading on the Supreme Court case that's underway, and various other Priests for Life correspondence. So I always use that time as work time, and only close my eyes on the plane if I'm extremely tired. But did that work, and then arrived in Evansville, Indiana, where I had immediately went to lunch with two of the board members of the Right to Life of Southwest Indiana. And I want to commend these brothers and sisters of ours, because they do a fantastic job. And the reason I was there was to receive an award at their annual banquet, which was again last night, the largest pro-life banquet in the United States of America. You know, a lot of banquets that I've spoken at, if you have, like 100 tables with about 800 guests, that's a big banquet. Well, there was a room there with about 100 tables with 800 guests, but it was the overflow room. This banquet last night had in attendance over 3,000 people. I think it was close to 3,400 people. In any case, the organization presented me with the Lifetime Achievement Award, and I was very honored by that, very grateful. Gave them a rousing speech, and which we'll get online here. We still have to get the videotape, but that's what I did. I had some intervening hours in the hotel before the banquet started, so I did some communication with my office, a lot of staff meetings via phone, and making sure things are getting taken care of, that I need to provide input on. But I did that for a couple hours in my room. And then I went to the pre-banquet reception, networked with people as they were arriving for about an hour, attended the banquet itself, got my award, gave my speech. Candace Owens was also there. She was the other speaker, the keynote speaker at the event. And then I, when the banquet was over, signed books and networked with people for about another hour, right up until about 10 o'clock. When I went back up to my room, I fell right asleep. Then I got picked up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning today, went to the Evansville airport, again, did work on the planes, connected through Detroit, and flew here to the Westchester County Airport in New York, where, as I said, it's the first time I've been able to visit my parents since the start of the pandemic, because things were very, very bad here in this part of the country when the pandemic first began, and my parents are in their late 80s. So out of an abundance of caution, we had them basically isolate from a lot of people, and of course when everything went into lockdown, we all know the story. But finally I'm here, and landed here midday. Was on the phone with people from my office again, checking in, and then got here and had lunch with my parents, saw them, and now I'm doing some additional communicating with the office before the workday is over. And I'm scheduled tonight to have dinner not only with my parents, but with my brother and with my cousin, one of my cousins. And after that, I'm going to actually take a little time. So people say to me, "Father, what don't you relax, or what do you do for fun?" Well, many of you are familiar, I'm sure, with Rye Playland, which is right about like 10 minutes from here where I grew up. This is the town of Portchester, by the way. And Rye Playland is just 10 minutes down the road. I'm actually going to go there and enjoy the boardwalk there and the amusement park. It's a place I grew up on, and that always gives me refreshment and relaxation. So after the dinner tonight, I'm going to go spend a little bit of time there. So that is August 26th and August 27th of 2021. Thank you for following these daily diary segments. God